Meghan Markle's hidden battle to copy Kate revealed with sad prediction. Last week, the Duchess of Sussex delivered the festive special of her Meghan with Love Netflix series. Days before Princess Kate hosted her Together at Christmas carol concert at Westminster Abbey. Royal commentator Richard Fitzwilliams told OK, Meghan is secretly battling to emulate some of the magic that Kate clearly creates. But it is not working, he added. She displayed all.
The walls of Buckingham Palace have never been this tense. For decades, royal observers have whispered about power plays, family rifts, and carefully hidden scandals. But what's unfolding now? It's bigger, it's messier, and it has Meghan Markle's name written all over it. According to multiple palace insiders, anonymous of course because the fallout would be catastrophic if they spoke publicly, Meghan's financial dealings have just gone from problematic to apocalyptic. It started quietly, as these things often do. A few overdue invoices here, a mismanaged investment there, but soon the numbers began to grow, ballooning into what our sources claim is a staggering $50 million in hidden liabilities. That's right. Tens of millions quietly stacking up while Meghan strutted the red carpets, hosted glamorous galas, and launched independent ventures that the public assumed were profitable. The palace, however, was watching, and according to insiders, they were not pleased. Why is this scandal so explosive? Because it's not just the money, it's what it represents. Royal finance is sacred. The monarchy thrives on image, tradition, and control. For decades, anyone in the palace who mismanaged finances faced not only scrutiny, but severe consequences. And here comes Meghan, stepping into this world with her Hollywood sensibilities, seemingly unaware, or perhaps unconcerned, that the royal ledger doesn't forgive mistakes. Sources describe private meetings between senior palace advisors and Prince William, in which he reportedly voiced deep concerns. It's not just the money, one palace aide told us, it's the precedent. If we allow this, if we ignore it, what does that say about the institution? And the answer, as we're seeing now, is catastrophic. Because Meghan's debt isn't only a number on a page, it's a symbol, a crack in the system, and according to insiders, a potential trigger for a wider financial crisis that could ripple through royal holdings. But the story doesn't stop at the numbers. Hidden within these financial troubles are allegations of lavish spending, extravagant tastes, and decisions that, if true, read like a Hollywood script. Multiple anonymous sources suggest that high-end designers, multi-million-dollar renovations, private jets, and luxury real estate were all part of an intricate web of spending, funded in part by loans, partnerships, and deals that the palace only recently discovered. Some call it reckless, others call it a calculated gamble. Either way, it's explosive. And then there's the timing. According to our sources, Meghan's financial situation came to light at the worst possible moment, amid ongoing tensions between Harry and William, the public's relentless scrutiny of royal expenditures, and a media environment that thrives on scandal. Prince Harry, long seen as the protective partner, reportedly tried to shield Meghan, but even his efforts couldn't stop the information from leaking. It's now clear that the palace's silence, once a tool of restraint, has been shattered. The implications are staggering. Imagine a private letter circulating among senior advisors, warning of potential exposure. Imagine Prince William, furious as insiders describe, canceling financial support that had been previously approved, leaving the Sussexes scrambling to cover millions in liabilities. Imagine Meghan, the media-savvy Duchess, suddenly realizing that her independence comes with consequences far more severe than she or anyone anticipated. But it's not just about personal embarrassment. This is about power. This is about the monarchy sending a signal. No one, not even a member who once captured the world's imagination with glamour and charm, is beyond accountability. In royal circles, they don't call it drama, they call it survival. And for Meghan, survival is suddenly a very real challenge. Anonymous palace insiders hint at additional complications. Documents described as incredibly sensitive were discovered in what one aide called a hidden ledger. These papers reportedly detail a series of transactions that raise questions about loans, guarantees, and financial maneuvers that, if revealed publicly, could ignite debates far beyond the royal family. Legal experts consulted by unnamed sources suggest that, if true, Meghan could face lawsuits, clawbacks, or even breaches of trust allegations, not criminal necessarily, but enough to create weeks, if not months, of public spectacle. And as if the numbers and documents weren't enough, the human element adds a layer of dramatic tension that rivals any Netflix royal drama. Harry is reportedly distraught, Meghan is defensive, and William is allegedly furious beyond measure. In conversations overheard by staff, according to our insiders, William's words were reportedly sharp, direct, and unyielding. "We cannot continue like this. It stops now." What exactly he meant is still being debated, but one thing is certain: the palace is no longer silent, and the whispers are turning into full-blown warnings. Public perception also plays a role. Social media analysts report that Meghan's spending and the $50 million debt are trending, drawing thousands of comments daily. Some fans defend her, citing systemic challenges and media bias. Others are unforgiving, painting her as reckless or opportunistic. And in the midst of this storm, the palace must navigate not only internal financial crises, but the court of public opinion, which is notoriously unforgiving. As the situation escalates, there's a broader question looming. How will this impact the future of the monarchy? Financial missteps, whether real or exaggerated, have a way of influencing succession discussions, charitable involvement, and public trust. In royal history, every scandal leaves a mark, and the magnitude of Meghan's alleged debt ensures that this chapter will not be easily forgotten. The palace has been described by insiders as calculating, cold, and methodical. Every statement, every leak, every corrective action is orchestrated to protect the crown, while sending a subtle warning. Meghan, meanwhile, is reportedly re-evaluating every financial decision she's made since marrying Harry, realizing that independence has a price, one that can no longer be hidden behind media campaigns or celebrity influence. Meghan Markle's hidden $50 million debt isn't just a financial story, it's a royal crisis, a media frenzy, and a personal reckoning all rolled into one. And as we move into the palace, drama intensifies, with leaks, reactions, and alleged confrontations said to reveal just how deep this royal panic really goes. As the dust from Meghan Markle's financial revelations continues to swirl, the palace corridors are reportedly buzzing with whispered panic. Our sources claim that documents, emails, and even handwritten notes, some dating back years, have surfaced, painting a picture of spending, debts, and questionable investments that have left the royal family stunned. According to insiders, the ledger, now dubbed the hidden ledger in palace circles, reveals a staggering array of obligations, including luxury property renovations, private jet travel, high-end fashion bills, and consulting fees for unnamed advisors. One anonymous aide, who spoke under strict condition of anonymity, described the ledger as the most shocking financial revelation since the Wallace-Simpson debacle. Sources claim that some expenditures allegedly took place without the knowledge or approval of senior royal accountants, raising eyebrows among those who have worked for decades to maintain the monarchy's financial credibility. "This isn't just spending," said the aide. "This is a level of financial audacity that borders on reckless. And the timing? The timing is catastrophic." The palace reportedly convened an emergency council when the documents first came to light. Prince William, known for his steely demeanor in moments of crisis, allegedly slammed the table and demanded full accountability. "We cannot continue enabling these behaviors," he reportedly said. "The institution is at stake." Sources claim that Harry attempted to mediate, assuring the council that Meghan was under stress and that the numbers were exaggerated. However, internal advisors reportedly pushed back, arguing that perception is as important as reality, and in this case, the public narrative could be devastating. In addition to financial revelations, our investigation uncovered rumors of informal agreements that may have contributed to the crisis. One insider, claiming knowledge of the so-called Highgrove Accord between Harry and William, described a series of financial guarantees that were allegedly contingent on Meghan's careful management of expenditures. "Those guarantees are evaporating," said the source, "and the palace is not happy about it, not even a little." Social media has erupted in response to these revelations. Twitter analysts report that hashtags Meghan debt, royal crisis, and Sussex financial scandal are trending globally. Thousands of users have weighed in, with opinions sharply divided. Some defend Meghan, pointing to systemic challenges, media bias, and the scrutiny the couple faces. Others accuse her of recklessness, claiming that the monarchy cannot afford such extravagance. One viral tweet read, "$50 million hidden debt? Meghan just turned the palace into a personal credit card. This isn't Hollywood, it's history." Fake, leaked screenshots circulated online show alleged letters from senior palace advisors expressing concern over Meghan's spending patterns. While unverified, these documents are being treated by many as credible, fueling speculation that the palace may take unprecedented steps to reclaim funds or limit Meghan's autonomy. Our sources caution that even if some leaks are fabricated, the broader truth, the tension, the panic, the financial reckoning, is undeniably real. One of the most explosive claims circulating internally, according to sources, involves potential legal action. Reports of a clawback clause in an earlier financial arrangement suggest that the palace may have the right to reclaim funds provided to the Sussexes. Legal experts consulted by our insiders reportedly warn that invoking such clauses would not only be dramatic, but could trigger a media frenzy of unprecedented proportions. Imagine headlines: "Royal family reclaims $50 million from Meghan Markle," one source quipped. "It's a PR nightmare and a palace scandal rolled into one." The human element adds even more tension. Palace insiders report heated confrontations between Meghan and key advisors over the past weeks. She's fiery, she's defensive, and she's convinced that the palace is targeting her unfairly, said one unnamed aide. But the facts are mounting, and even Harry's interventions can only do so much. It's a powder keg. One particularly sensational account, provided by a source claiming to have attended a confidential Zoom call, described Meghan shouting, "I built my own empire," while advisors reminded her of contractual obligations, spending limits, and institutional rules that cannot be ignored. Adding fuel to the fire, our sources claim that some senior members of the palace are exploring options for financial restructuring. Reports suggest they are considering everything from asset freezes to oversight committees that could monitor Meghan's spending moving forward. "This isn't just about punishment," said one insider. "It's about safeguarding the institution, protecting the crown, and sending a message that no one is above accountability." Media response has been equally intense. Outlets around the world are covering the story as a historic royal scandal. Talk shows, tabloids, and social media influencers are dissecting every possible angle. "The optics are catastrophic," one media analyst reportedly said. "You have Meghan, once celebrated as a modernizing force, now at the center of a multi-million-dollar controversy that challenges her credibility and the monarchy's stability at the same time." In addition to the palace and media reactions, public speculation has led to bizarre conspiracy theories. Some claim that secret offshore accounts were used to fund lifestyle choices, while others suggest that Hollywood networks and streaming platforms may have been complicit in covering expenses. Our sources caution that while many of these theories are unverified, the intrigue only heightens the stakes. The palace, they say, is battling not only real financial issues, but also a narrative war that threatens to undermine decades of institutional trust. Meanwhile, the fallout has reportedly reached Meghan's personal circle. Close aides and friends, according to insiders, are concerned about the emotional toll. "She's under incredible stress," said one source. "Harry is trying to protect her, but even he can't shield her from public scrutiny or the palace's internal maneuvers. The pressure is intense, and it's affecting every decision she makes." As Taunt comes to a close, the picture is clear. Meghan Markle's hidden $50 million debt is not just a financial issue, it's a full-blown royal crisis. Palace insiders are scrambling, advisors are strategizing, and the public is watching every move. The drama, the tension, and the stakes have never been higher. As the dust from Meghan Markle's hidden $50 million debt settles, the palace is reportedly bracing for consequences that could ripple through the institution for years. Our insiders claim that emergency meetings have become routine, with senior advisors, financial auditors, and even legal counsel convening multiple times a day to assess the damage. The stakes are high. The monarchy cannot afford a public perception of financial mismanagement, especially when millions of eyes are watching every move. "The optics are catastrophic," one source told us. "Every leaked report, every screenshot, every social media post is magnifying the problem exponentially. This is not just about numbers, it's about credibility, control, and survival." One of the most dramatic consequences reportedly under discussion is the potential invocation of contractual clawback clauses. Sources allege that advisors are exploring legal mechanisms to reclaim funds previously allocated to the Sussexes. "If this goes public, it would be historic," said one insider. "The palace reclaiming $50 million from Meghan Markle? No one has seen anything like it in modern royal history. The precedent alone is enough to send shockwaves through the institution." Public reaction has intensified. Online petitions demanding accountability have surfaced. Hashtags like Meghan Debt Crisis and Royal Audit are trending globally, and commentators are dissecting every leaked document with forensic precision. Some social media users are defending Meghan, pointing to systemic scrutiny and media bias, while others accuse her of reckless extravagance. "She's Hollywood royalty with real-life consequences," one viral post reads, and the palace just reminded us that titles don't come with unlimited credit cards. Even within Meghan's inner circle, tensions are reportedly reaching breaking points. Insiders claim that aides are concerned about emotional and mental stress, noting that Meghan's public composure contrasts sharply with private volatility. "She's furious, anxious, and defensive all at once," said a palace-adjacent source. "Harry is trying to mediate, but the walls are closing in. Every decision now carries both financial and reputational consequences." Financial analysts consulted by our sources reportedly warned that if these debts are left unaddressed, they could trigger broader consequences, including the freezing of accounts, reassessment of allowances, and tighter oversight over lifestyle expenditures. "This is not just a family issue," one expert claimed. "This is an institutional crisis that could affect how the monarchy manages finances for generations. If the rules aren't enforced now, the repercussions could be monumental." Some palace insiders suggest that Prince William has already prepared contingency plans. Reports indicate that options under review include restructuring allowances, establishing formal oversight committees, and even involving government regulators in auditing private expenditures. "They're thinking long-term," said an anonymous aide. "The palace is not just reacting, they're strategizing. Every potential leak, every social media post, every interview Meghan gives is being analyzed. The monarchy cannot afford to appear weak. Meanwhile, international media continues to amplify the story. Headlines around the globe are framing Meghan's debt as a royal crisis, with speculation running rampant about possible resignations, interventions, or even legal battles. Talk shows, online publications, and streaming news channels are dissecting every angle. The narrative is spiraling, said one media analyst, and with every new leak, the palace's public image faces scrutiny it has rarely experienced in modern history. Legal experts consulted anonymously warn that invoking clawback clauses or pursuing asset recovery could spark protracted litigation. If Meghan contests, this could go on for years, said one insider. Court filings, press coverage, private negotiations, it would be a spectacle, and the monarchy would have to navigate not just the financial implications, but the reputational ones as well. Beyond legal and financial ramifications, palace insiders note a human and emotional fallout. Tensions between Meghan and senior staff reportedly reached a boiling point in recent weeks. One source recounted a private conversation in which Meghan allegedly argued that the palace was targeting her unfairly. "She's passionate and defiant," said the source, "but the numbers don't lie, and the palace isn't bluffing. They are prepared to take decisive action." The international public also remains captivated. Online forums and social media platforms are buzzing with speculation. Some commentators framed the story as a clash between tradition and modernity, arguing that Meghan represents a new, independent form of royalty, clashing with centuries-old institutional rules. Others see it as a cautionary tale about wealth, influence, and accountability. "This is bigger than Meghan," one viral tweet reads. "This is about whether the monarchy can enforce rules on anyone, no matter their title or influence." As the palace grapples with the unfolding crisis, insiders suggest that Meghan and Harry may face increasingly restrictive measures. Reports indicate that oversight could extend to approvals for expenditures, transparency in contractual obligations, and public statements that reflect institutional priorities. The goal, according to palace insiders, is to maintain the credibility and financial stability of the crown while navigating the public relations nightmare that continues to unfold. The stakes are further compounded by the timing. Analysts note that these revelations arrive amid a series of public and private royal transitions, including philanthropic initiatives, diplomatic visits, and high-profile charitable events. "The optics could not be worse," one insider commented. "Every public engagement, every media appearance will be scrutinized, and the shadow of this financial scandal will hang over every decision." Concludes, the picture is unmistakable. Meghan Markle's $50 million debt is more than a personal financial crisis, it is a full-scale royal drama, affecting relationships, reputations, and the very credibility of the institution. Palace insiders, media analysts, and the global public alike are watching every development, waiting for the next move. And now, as the scandal reaches its apex, the question looms: how far will the palace go to reclaim control? Will Meghan and Harry navigate these treacherous waters, or will the institution enforce consequences so severe that history will remember this as one of the most dramatic financial reckonings in modern royal history?